Howdy folks, welcome back to another video. This is Chris with Lawn and Life. I really appreciate you watching. Let's get started. First off, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. It really helps out if you give this video a thumbs up if you like the video. Even drop a comment. That helps with analytics with YouTube. So I really appreciate it. It helps my channel grow. So we started last year late in the season on the project lawn at my parents' house. So we got in late in the season. We got a few applications down to get some Dallas grass under control. We worked on it a little bit. We're back working on it now. We're supposed to get Pre Emergent down, and they got a pretty good amount of weeds because I didn't put any Pre Emergent down, I don't believe. Last fall I may have. So let's remind you where we're at. I'll let you look at their lawn and we'll kind of talk about what we're going to do today. Okay, so let's start over here on the side yard. If you remember last year, we'll see how it looks this year. We treated this whole area. It had Dallas grass bad everywhere. So that, as of right now, is not that bad. But they do have a pretty good amount of broadleaf weeds, clover, and a bunch of different things. So hopefully we can get that under control. We're going to heavily treat it with weed killer today. And try to get it under control. So this is their side yard. This is about 2,000 square feet. So this is a lot of what they're dealing with. They have a pretty good amount of broadleaf weeds that we're going to treat. And let's go look at the front yard. And here's their front yard. It's about 2,500 square feet. More of this, just broadleaf weeds. But over here, they are dealing with some grassy weeds type things. They have some poana that I do not have anything to treat it with today. The weed killer I have today may not be very effective on it, but a lot of these broadleaf weeds we can get taken care of today. So my goal this year for this project lawn, and then over at the World's Worst Bermuda lawn at my brother's house that we worked at a lot last year, is to use almost majority local products from my local hardware store, Lowe's, something like that. I want to show you that you can still get a very nice lawn with what a lot of people consider the cheaper products. We're gonna have a lot of background noise and talking, so you know, get ready. So I got Spectracide Pre Emergent that we used at my house, and then we have just some off-brand. It's called Eliminator. This kills over 200 broadleaf weeds. We're going to put that in the tank sprayer and spray and start trying to get these weeds they currently have under control. And they'll see how that does. I had to move back here because Brody's out there cutting and weed eating. So now is the time. If you're getting into lawn season, now is the time, if you have a lot of weeds in your yard, to be heavily pushing post-emergent herbicides, post-emergent spray on it to kill them and get it under control before it starts getting really hot and your Bermuda starts coming up. Right now their grass is still majority dormant, so we can really treat it heavily with weed killer and not having to worry about damaging or stressing out the Bermuda. So if you're getting into lawn care, get your pre-emergent down, get you a good pre-emergent, and get you some good weed killer. Spray it, follow the directions of course on the bottle. But if you're having bad weeds like they have here, I would use the maximum recommended amount, treat it, and then if you're allowed to come back and spray again in about 4 weeks, check the bottle, do that too. Do it now before you start having hot temperatures and your Bermuda starts popping up, or whatever grass type you have. good rule of thumb for you to follow with liquids. 1 gallon of water, mixed with the herbicide per 1,000 square feet. That's a good rule for you to follow. What I like to do is I like to put a little bit of extra water in the tank, so I can make sure, just like I do with my granulars, I can go multiple directions on the lawn to make sure I get good even coverage. It doesn't matter how much water you put, as long as you're putting the correct amount of herbicide for the amount of square footage you have. So you can, if you're good with the math and you've experienced, you can put the exact amount of water you want. I like to simplify it. I don't mind the exercise. Put extra water, go multiple directions to know you get good coverage of the weed killer down. That is going to do it for this video. I appreciate you watching, so we'll see how that goes. I'm going to give you'll want to give about 24 hours, let that eliminator liquid herbicide dry, and that Spectracide that says don't disturb, cut, water for about 24 hours. So same thing applies for the liquid, and if you want to water it in, you can. So I'm looking forward to taking on this lawn. We'll see what we can do with it. I appreciate you watching. This is Chris with The Lawn and Life. See you next time.
Ready? You have to go down, turn around, and come back. Ready? Ready?
1, 2, 3, go.
I always beat him. This is gas. That's a little battery thing. Let's go beat him again.